Hey guys, what's going on? Gonna take a quick look here at Algorand. Ticker for this is Algo, and I'm currently on the weekly time frame. Last time I looked at this coin was about 2 weeks ago, and at the time I think we were just slightly above 11 cents. Since then, we've come up to over 15 cents, so that was a nice 30% move. At the time, I had just pointed out that we had broken out of this downsloping level of resistance, which was the top resistance line of this long-term multi-year falling wedge pattern. This pattern will typically break to the upside, and that is exactly what happened. And it's interesting that when this actually broke out, it was the lows from all the way back here in March 2020, right? So we had basically a full round trip here, right? We started at around 9 cents, came all the way up to just under $3, and came all the way back down to actually 8 cents. So I say this every time I look at the Algorand chart. This is the perfect example of why you need to take profits in the bull run, because realistically, this is going to happen to most of the coins, right? Like in the bear market, you're going to lose maybe 95% or more of the value in your lower cap altcoins. So yeah, make sure this time you get the opportunity when everybody's excited, when you feel like you're rich, when you're dancing around your room or whatever. Use that feeling of euphoria as your take profit signal. You don't have to take your profits all at once, but just make sure that you're scaling out of your positions as you have that euphoric feeling. Okay, so now let's take a look at the recent price action, right? Okay, so I have these levels marked, and so for example, this horizontal line is based off the lows of these candle bodies right here, and based on where the price is right now, this is going to be the next level of resistance where I anticipate sellers are going to come in, right? So that's around 0.1642. So if you want to mark that in your chart, I highly recommend you do so, and that's again just right at the lows of these candle bodies right here. Just take a horizontal trend line and just paste it there. Now, we recently broke above a level of resistance, and that was right here, okay, the top of these candle bodies. And I have this drawn, basically I have this as a range, so starting right here and then up to right here. And last week's candle close was quite interesting. You see how here the candle body closed above the resistance line, which is a very, very positive sign. And then the following week, we traded well below it, but look where this candle body closed, right? The buyers came in, defended this particular level, and we closed above the line. The candle body closed above the line. Now, where we are right now, it's kind of a bit of a fight. We had a push to the upside, but right now we still are above the lower level of this range. But I would like to see once again the body on this candle close above this 14-cent level on the weekly time frame. Now let's take it down to the daily, and let's see where the let's see if we're in a range, a tradable range, right? So let's look at the daily. So again, if you're trading Algorand, I recommend that you just take a horizontal ray or horizontal line and paste it at the top of these candle bodies right here, because as you can see, we broke above it. Like this was the resistance for about 5 days in a row. We broke above it, and then we came back to retest it for 2 weeks. And then look at this right here. The candle bodies closed above this level. So this was flipped from a resistance to a support. And now this is going to be the local level of support that we're dealing with here. And that is around 0.1290. So what you do not want to see on this daily time frame is candle bodies closing below here. Okay, let's take it down to a smaller time frame, and now let's look if we can get an even better look at a range. Okay, this is pretty much perfect. Okay, so we have the previous level of resistance right here that has flipped to a support. Remember that this horizontal line here is based on the closing price of the daily candles. So the fact that candle bodies are closing below it here on the 4-hour isn't really that relevant, right? Just think of this as a range. This is the range low. So right here, this is the range low. And up here, this is your range high. Okay, so for short-term day trading, if the price comes down here, you can look for buys. If the price comes up here, you can look for sells. So pretty straightforward. We also have this midline, which we're nearing right now. And as you can see, this midline at around 0.1373 has been support here, here. It was resistance right here. So if the price does come down to this mid-level here, actually it's more of a range, I would say. So look at this here. Let's take the rectangle tool, and I'll just make that a range, because the top of these candle bodies here, here, resistance. So this has right here, this range also has a lot of history of being a support and resistance, right? So For example, the way to play this, if you enter a short up here and the price comes down here and starts forming these smaller candles, maybe a doji around this area, you may want to look to take profit on your short position. Or likewise, if you enter a long down here and then you're getting some resistance, some doji candles starting to form at this mid range, you may want to look to take profit on your long. But definitely, if you want to day trade this, just have these ranges marked. And yeah, very tradable range right now. Very clear level of resistance, very clear level of support. And we have the mid-range where you can just kind of identify based on the candle formations if you want to take profit off your long here or your short from up here. Let's take it back out to the weekly and just get another overview here. Okay, so I mentioned what I'm looking for on the weekly candle body close. I definitely do not want to see candle body close below this line on the weekly time frame. If we can get another close similar to this one where the candle body closes above this line, that's going to be a very strong sign for the market. I think we just had a pretty strong move to the upside here, right? We went from 8 cents all the way up to over 15 cents, so that's almost 100% move. So this period of consolidation is perfectly normal. It's a very good sign that we have broken above the high of these candle bodies right here. So everything looks good on Algorand. There's nothing I'm too concerned about. My local level resistance is going to be around 16 cents, so 0.1642, again based on the low of these candle bodies. Beyond that, I'm looking up here, right? So right here, this is a perfect example of a support to resistance flip, right? So this level here at around slightly over 28 cents was support for quite a while, right? So this is several months as support. And then when we broke below, we got to bounce back up to this level. And this right here would have been a perfect trade, right? Because we had such confluence. This broken level of support was a level of resistance. Pretty obvious that was going to happen. And then we had this downsloping level of resistance from the top line of the falling wedge, and they kind of converged right here. So anybody that was trading Algorand that saw this setup, this was the perfect opportunity to enter a sell position to go short, right? And then whoever did that got a huge benefit all the way down here. So this was a huge gain for whoever was looking at the chart at the time and basically identified these levels. Okay, so given the history of price reacting off this level, this horizontal line, definitely draw this on your chart. When the price does come back up to here, I anticipate a lot of sell pressure. And again, that level is slightly under 28 cents. Now you see right here, I have this drawn as a kind of like a range, right? And the reason why I have it drawn as the range is right here, the lower level of the range, that's based on the price action. But if I take a Fibonacci, and I do this oftentimes when we're coming back up, I want to look for Fibonacci resistance levels. I take a fib, run it from the swing high all the way down to the swing low, and that's going to give me these levels. And right here, the 382 is at the top of this range that I drew, right? So if the price comes up here, based on the price action, my resistance is going to be slightly under 28 cents, so 0.2767 around there. But the top line of my range is about 32 cents, and that's the 382 Fibonacci retracement. So the way I use that little bit of information is I could take a short position here at the first level if we are getting some bearish candles forming. However, with my stop loss, I'm going to place my stop loss above the 382 just in case I get a wick up here, right? Because there's going to be people selling right here based on the price action, and then there's going to be people selling right here based on the Fibonacci retracement, right? So it's good to have an idea of both. Next level beyond that is the 50% retracement right here at actually, ironically, around 50 cents. I don't have much confluence with the price action at this level. So to me, I'm not going to be as confident at this 50-cent price. However, the next level up, the 618, I have confluence with both the Fibonacci and the price. So right here is the 618, and that's around slightly over 76 cents. But if I get rid of the fib right here, just based on the price, I have this horizontal line drawn, and you'll see this level was support all throughout here, and it was resistance when we broke below it. And that is around 78 cents. So from 76 cents to 78 cents, I have just a lot of confluence in this zone with the 618 and just this history of the price action. Beyond that, I have this 786 Fibonacci retracement up here at around $1.38, and this level also aligns with the price. So that was basically the support level right here. Okay, so those are the upside mid to long-term targets on Algorand. Obviously, if we're able to break the all-time high, then we're going to have much higher targets, but let's just take it one step at a time. I'm going to be doing updates on Algorand hopefully once a week, at least once every 2 weeks. So if you're not subscribed and this is the coin you're trading, click subscribe, click the bell, click on all. Actually, if you want to get any updates from me at all, because I'm releasing analysis of a lot of different coins, make sure you subscribe, because if you don't and you click away, you're probably going to have a hard time finding the channel again in the future, just because it's relatively new. There's less than 2,000 subscribers, and because of that, I'm not really prioritizing in the search algorithm, right? So if you want to be able to find the channel again, just click subscribe. Also, if you want a place to trade algo and pretty much any of the other coins I talk about on this channel, check out the links in the pinned comment and the description. All three of those exchanges that I linked are offering you guys sign-up bonuses. So yeah, check it out. See what kind of freebies you can get. And you may need a VPN to trade on those, just depending on your location. So I also put a link to a promotion on a VPN as well. But yeah, overall, Algorand looks great. It's on the way up. We're just currently consolidating after almost 100% move to the upside. So yeah, not surprising right here. And yeah, this is the current tradable range, right? If you wanted to just day trade this. Anyway, guys, take care. Have a good day. Bye.